From the very beginning, Adaizi was the kind of friend everyone wished they had.
Everything
Soft-spoken,
is
gentle,
going to be
and always
okay.
smiling. But behind that smile lived a storm of bitterness. Her best friend, Chimamanda, was everything she wished she could be. Beautiful without trying, loved without forcing, blessed without asking. When they walked together, people greeted Chimamanda first. When they entered a room, eyes followed Chimamanda. And every compliment Chimamanda received was a knife twisting slowly inside Adazi's heart. Still, Adazi stayed close, too close.
Would you
She
like
offered
me to braid
braid
your
her hair, help her choose clothes, even cook for her. She pretended to adore Chimamanda, but in her mind she whispered,
One day,
you'll know what it feels like to lose everything. One evening, while returning from the market, Chimamanda stopped to help a frail old woman who had fallen by the roadside. She wiped the woman's arms, picked up her basket, and offered her water. The old woman looked at her with tired but urgent eyes. "You have a friend," she said quietly, "one who smiles with you, but curses you in her thoughts." Chimamanda froze. The woman tightened her grip on her wrist. Her jealousy burns. She will try to poison you. Be watchful, child. Before Chimamanda could ask questions, the woman slowly walked away, disappearing as though she had never been there. Chimamanda's heart pounded. She already had a suspicion. She already knew who the old woman was talking about. Adazi. But Chimamanda said nothing. Out of love, or maybe denial, or maybe the foolish hope that she was wrong. Then came the night it happened. Adaz invited her over for dinner, smiling sweetly, eyes glittering with something unreadable. And Chimamanda walked in, already warned, already prepared, yet completely unaware that her silence might be her downfall. Part 2. The Poisoned Truth. Chimamanda entered Adazi's house feeling the heavy weight of the old woman's warning. The aroma of food filled the room, rich and warm. Too inviting. Adazi's smile stretched wider than usual.
Sit down,
my friend. You must be hungry. Her tone was dripping with honey and venom. Chimamanda watched every move, the way Adazi stirred the pot, the way she wiped her hands nervously, the way she avoided eye contact each time Chimamanda stared directly at her. When the food was served, Chimamanda's throat tightened. She saw Adazi sprinkle something into her plate moments before serving it. Her heartbeat roared in her ears. Eat, Adazi insisted. Chimamanda lifted the spoon. Her fingers trembled. She remembered the old woman's voice. She will try to poison you. And still, she hesitated. Not because she didn't believe the warning, but because a part of her wanted to believe Adaz would never go that far. That small hope made her slow. Too slow. Adaz watched her, observed her trembling, and a dark smile crept across her lips. Suddenly, Chimamanda's vision blurred, not from the food, but from the drink Adaz had poured earlier while her back was turned. Chimamanda gasped, clutching her chest.
You should have listened, Chimamanda.
Adazi stepped closer, whispering, You should have listened, Chimamanda. But love makes fools of us all. The room spun violently. Chimamanda collapsed, the taste of betrayal stronger than the bitter poison burning her throat. As darkness swallowed her, she heard Adazi's final whisper.
You had everything.
You had everything.
And I had nothing.
And I had nothing.
Now we're equal.
But Adaz didn't know something. Something Chimamanda had hidden. Something that would change everything. She wasn't as powerless as she looked. When Adazi saw Chimamanda collapse, her chest tightened. Not with guilt, but with triumph.
Finally, the girl who had everything
had fallen. She leaned over Chimamanda's motionless body and whispered,
Now
let's see who they will praise. But as she stood to leave, she heard something. A soft knock on the door. 3 slow, deliberate knocks. Adazi froze. Her hands trembled. She wasn't expecting anyone. Standing in the doorway was the old woman. The same one Chimamanda had helped, the same one Adaz had never seen before. The door creaked open by itself. The woman stepped inside, her eyes glowing with a strange, ancient knowing.
You've done what was in your heart,
she said calmly. Adais stumbled backward.
Who are you?
Who are you?
How did you get in here?
How did you get in here? The old woman didn't answer. Instead, she walked to Chimamanda's collapsed body and touched her forehead gently. A faint light pulsed beneath the old woman's palm. Adasi panicked. Stop! She's already... She couldn't finish the sentence. The old woman lifted her head slowly.
The one you tried to kill carries a heart of mercy, but fate is not merciful.
Adasi's voice cracked. I didn't mean... You meant every thought, the woman interrupted. Hatred is poison. You swallowed it long before. Adasi's knelt on her knees. Please, Adasi cried. I was just jealous. I didn't think... Jealousy blinds, the old woman whispered. And now you will be punished for your sins. The old woman turned back to Chimamanda. Rise, child. Chimamanda's chest lifted with a sharp breath, as though pulled from underwater. Her eyes fluttered open. She coughed violently, the bitterness of the poison spilling onto the floor. She gasped, trembling, trying to understand. Then she saw Adaeze. Chimamanda whispered, voice weak. Adaeze, why? Adaeze cried harder. I wanted to be you, just once. The old woman stepped between them.
Your punishment is you will never make any friends forever. You will be alone for the rest of your life.
With a sigh, she lifted her staff. And Thunderstrike Adas begged for mercy, but it was done. The old woman vanished. Adas stared at Chimamanda, guilt crushing her chest. Chimamanda looked back, her eyes filled with hurt.
Adas, you tried to kill me.
The words hung in the air like shattered glass. Adais broke. She crawled toward Chimamanda on her knees, face wet with tears.
Please, I didn't mean.
Please, I didn't mean. Adais broached. Adais froze. She understood. Some wounds cut too deep to approach. Still, Chimamanda forced herself to ask,
Why?
Why?
We were sisters.
Adasi covered her face with shaking hands.
Because you were everything I wasn't. People loved you without effort. You walked into a room and shined, and I was...
Her voice cracked into a painful whisper.
I was invisible.
Chimamanda's eyes softened, but there was pain behind them.
Adaeze, I always thought you were enough.
I always thought you were
more than enough.
More than enough. Adaeze let out a broken sob.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
I'm really sorry. Chimamanda stepped
forgive
forward.
you.
I forgive
but
you.
We will no longer be
We will no longer be friends. Adaeze felt so ashamed, but accepted her fate. Years later, Chimamanda made new friends in college, but was very cautious. As for Adaeze, she was all alone, living her life, no one to be jealous about. The end.